Very good afternoon to one and all. My name is Dr. Gautam and I'm going to present a paper on comparison between OLIF and Mistelif for lumbar spondylolisthesis and randomized control trial. Diseases is defined as a forward slippage of one vertebra over the one beneath it, the treatment has evolved from simple decompressive laminating alone to lumbar interbody fusion. And out of all the techniques of lumbar interbody fusion, OLIF and TLIF have stood the test of time and more advantages in view of better fusion rates and less incidence of morbidities. And hence we wanted to compare both the procedures in view of the advantages pertaining to OLIF, like usage of large interbody cage, adequate disk space clearance, and low deformity correction, and high fusion rates, as well as Mistelif, which has the advantage of being the posterior only approach with no dural retraction and minimal injury paraspinal muscles with direct decompression of neural elements. There are few studies which have compared OLIF versus Mistelif retrospectively, which all showed that OLIF is better compared to Mistelif in view of adequate restoration of disc height and less blood loss and patient satisfaction rate. Hence, we wanted to study our prospectively and compare the clinical and realizable outcomes between OLIF and Mistelif. The primary outcomes are intraoperative blood loss and osteocyte disability index scores. And the secondary outcomes are duration of surgery, intraoperative radiation exposure, postoperative hospital stay, analysis dependency, muscle engineering markers, and fusion rates and complications. This is a prospective randomized control trial started from May 2018 up to July 2019 and followed by the follow-up. And it's registered under Clinical Trials Register of India, and the sample size is 56 based on these values. The inclusion criteria are patients with age between 18 to 60 years with single level grade 1 or 2 lesions with non-improvement of conservative management even after 6 months. And the randomized sequence was initially generated with a computer-generated set of random numbers, and treatment allocation was done by Opaxin and Rujuk method. Postoperatively, all patients were followed up for a minimum period of 6 months, and clinical findings were ODI scores for assessed pre and postoperatively. All subjects were underwent X-ray dynamic fuse, MRI, CT, and spinopelvic alignment was measured using Sajnata, and intraoperative radiation exposure was measured using instead of dosimeter, and muscle enzyme markers like creatine phosphokinase was measured pre and postoperatively. Coming to the surgical techniques we followed in OLIF, the patient initially was treated with place in right lateral position with the desired level marked preoperatively with the help of CM, followed by dissection of the muscles, exposure transversal fascia, and sweeping of retroperitoneal anteriorly with a finger dissection, followed by identification of disc space, placement of dilators, and preparation of interbody cage with iliac bone graft, followed by insertion of cage using an orthogonal manual, followed by closure. Later, and this is the pre and post-operative pictures following interbody cage placement with adequate disc height and foraminal height restoration. And later, patient will be posed prone, followed by pedicle screw placement using Medtronic sextant system. In Mistelif, patient will be placed prone and desired level pedicles will be marked and needles will be and contralateral screws will be placed initially, followed by ipsilateral extreme dilators placement and exposure of the facet, followed by facetectomy and ipsilateral laminectomy, discectomy, followed by interbody cage placement with the autologous bone graft, following which ipsilateral screws were also placed and rods were inserted and fixed. These are the statistical analysis which we have used. Coming to the results, the pre and post-operative parameters, pre-operative parameters were similar in both the groups, hence randomization was adequate. And among the intraoperative parameters, the duration of surgery is significantly longer compared to Mistelif. An estimated blood loss was significantly lower compared to Mistelif in OLIF compared to Mistelif. But the difference in radiation exposure is not statistically significant. Among the post-operative parameters, time to regular work, return to regular work, and duration of analysis difference was significant. With a better time return to regular work in seen in OLIF group compared to Mistelif, and shorter duration of post-operative analysis was required for OLIF compared to Mistelif. And the VAS and ODI scores were better at 1 month follow-up when patients who underwent OLIF compared to Mistelif, and at 6 months both were same. And lumbar lordosis is better achieved in OLIF compared to Mistelif. These are some of the case scenarios which showed pre and post-operative pictures of X-ray who underwent OLIF. This is the adequate spinal canal widening following OLIF, and this is the achievement of better lumbar lordity correction following OLIF. This is another case which degradative spondylolisthesis showing the same analysis. Among Mistelif, this is one more case which will grade 2 lesions who underwent Mistelif. There is improvement of lumbar lordosis and intervertebral body cage placement restoration and foraminal height restoration. and improvement in segmental lumbar lordosis. These are the complications which we observed in our study. The dyskinesia is seen in one case in both the group. Case substance is noted in one case in OLIP and one case of through mutilation mystery. And ILS is noted in one case in OLIP. Lumbar interbody fusion aims at correcting segmental instability, decompressing neural elements, and maintaining spinopelvic alignment with movement damage to adjacent structures. And OLIP achieves it by indirect decompression and Mystery by direct decompression. And the duration of surgery is comparable to other groups. And what we observed is that only the time taken to adjust C-arm and operating microscope, time taken for harvesting aligned bone graft, time for changing the position to probe were the significant factors responsible for longer duration of OLIP. And Clements Investor has hypothesized that it can be reduced by avoiding microscope and using OLIP bone substitute. And estimated blood loss is slightly higher in Mystery compared to OLIP because of the facetectomy and placement of dilators, which is not required in OLIP. And intraoperative radiation exposure, though is significant, is not significant differences. And muscle enzyme markers is also not significant differences. The increase in foramen height in this height is similar in both the groups, and there is not much of a significant difference between both the groups, which is contradictory to other studies which were previously done, which are around retrospective studies. And the spinopelvic element is better achieved in OLIP compared to Mystery, and lumbar lordosis, and which could be attributed to better improvement in VAS and ODI scores in OLIP compared to Mystery. And the grade of fusion is similar at 6 months follow-up, and longer follow-ups are required. The conclusions which we can retrieve from this study are that estimated blood loss in OLIP is lower than Mystery. Better spinopelvic alignment can be achieved with OLIP than Mystery. And shorter duration of post-operative analysis and early return to work is noted in OLIP. Though both OLIP and MISAFE have almost equivalent outcomes, OLIP is better than MISTLIP in some of these parameters, making it safe and effective. These are my references.